Live from Loudmouth Central, you're listening to Loudmouth Fisticuffs. Hosted by combat sports analyst Joshua Furs and international ring announcer Mr. Live Worldwide Jeff Houston. Half sports show, half comedy show, and half conspiracy show. 100% in your face. So open your ears, shut your mouth, and have a good fucking time.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 33 of Loudmouth Fisticuffs. I am Joshua Furs, and we're with my buddy old pal, Mr. Live Worldwide Jeff Houston. Jeff, how's it going, man?
Everything was going just fine until you said buddy old pal. I can't agree with you on that.
You don't mean that, Jeff.
No, I don't. I guess I'm looking like a human hamper today, so I guess, yeah. And not sporting the leather Kangol this time or the wild shirt. I just decided, you know what? It's Halloween week, and I got plenty of time to dress up. I just didn't feel like dressing up.
Now, why didn't you sport the leather Kangol?
Oh, you gotta let it breathe. It's like a fine wine. Sometimes you just gotta let the fucker breathe. And this was just one of those days, you know, I was about to put it on and it didn't smell too good. So I'm saying to myself, you know what? It's like a fine wine. You got to let it breathe. Even fine wines can stink sometimes. We are talking about fermented grapes here, people. They're allowed to stink.
All right. Well, nonetheless, you are in the right place. This is episode number 33, Trace. That's how you say 33. And in Espanol.
That is not correct. It is 33.
All right. Trace, 33. And we appreciate you. We appreciate you for tuning in. UFC was this. Yeah, we do love you. UFC was this past weekend. Of course, the huge fight, Gaethje and Habib. Habib retires, blah, blah, blah. We'll get to all that.
I don't think he has. But first off,
I don't either.
To all of those who have been tuning in and missed our silky smooth tones last week, we do apologize that we were not able to do that. But Mr. Live Worldwide was out of town and was not able to make said show. So I do apologize for that. So yes, coming from the heart of this human hamper here today from Loudmouth Central, coming from the heart. I am sorry.
Coming straight from the heart. And of course, there's Bare Knuckle 14 coming up on the 13th, Friday the 13th. Don't let it fool you. Number 14 on the 13th. Don't be confused. A bunch of crazy things going on. We got Halloween in a couple days. We got election night in a few days. And all hell's going to break loose, and it's going to be the end of the world. So why not tune in to us, to Loudmouth Fisticuffs, on your last few days on this planet?
Why not indeed? Kevin, there's nothing wrong with my voice. It's called versatility on a live podcast. You'd get that if you had a show of your own, but nobody likes you. So I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin Smith. Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro. Everybody loves you.
What?
Well, if you would read the comments section, sir,
I see it. I don't
actually see. He's saying, "What's wrong with your voice?" And I'm like, "There's nothing at all wrong with my voice, good sir. Just showing the versatility of my voice."
The versatility, is that what you call it?
That's exactly what I fucking call it. You got a fucking problem with that?
No.
I didn't think so.
Fuck
with my voice. Dude, I've got my voice insured for 1.5. My voice is actually worth more dead than alive.
Well, yeah. Hey man, let's jump right into it. So I guess I do want to touch on, and let's start right there, what you were talking about with Habib not really retiring. Of course, if you live under a rock, spoiler warning, okay? He beat Gaethje. All right. Triangle choke. Gaethje went to tap out. Ref didn't see it. Blah, blah, blah. He went to sleep.
But he did lose another round.
Who? Habib?
Yep. He did lose another round. I know that he only has so many rounds lost in his professional UFC career. I'm still going to call it his professional UFC career because I do not believe that he is retired. The right offer And to make that an even 30-0, I think is very important. And I think it's going to be weighing down on him. Plus, I think he's going to get a lot of pressure from his fight fans to continue back because there is a need for it. Now, I can understand promises made to his family, to his mother, and his recently departed father due to COVID-19, unfortunately, and said that it doesn't make any sense doing this. However, what he's got to realize, even though that he's made probably more than enough money to take his family through 10 lifetimes, it's a good idea to end that on an even note. I never think it's a good idea to end something on an odd note. Always get it. 30 sounds so much better than 29. Get your 30-0, and then you can step away. But I think the big problem is, Josh, it's funny because what happened was, as you know, John Jones, quote unquote, so graciously allowed fucking Khabib to be the pound for pound number one. And we don't see a situation that often to where a pound for pound graciously steps aside and says,
but he immediately took it back though.
Oh, I know. And I know he did. And the reason that he did, and I hate to say this, even though that that I'm not a big fan of him personally outside of the cage, but you have to look at who he has been in the cage with and who he has beaten in comparison to Khabib. Now, Khabib has been in there, but he has not had as many high-profile fights and as many title defenses as John Jones has, and that's a fact.
Sure.
That's just a fact. You just got to get past all the personal bullshit of John Jones to get him into the fucking octagon.
I get it, and that's a whole nother thing. And my God, over the past week, if you look at MMA Facebook groups or just MMA, social media in general, how many fucking "who's the real GOAT" conversations have you seen? And I'm sick and tired of it.
I'm sick of the fucking GOAT. Everybody's wondering who the GOAT is. The GOAT is like that. You know what it's like? Never mind the fact that there are awesome fighters that have stellar records. It's like the movie industry. All anybody cares about is what the box office weekend is, rather than the fact that it's an actual good fucking movie. Let's look ahead to what's most important, and that's fighters that are taking good fights and not worrying so much about. Everybody throws around. I've never remembered. Do you remember a time in history, at least in combat sports history, where the term "the GOAT" was thrown around as loosely as it is now?
It's bullshit. It's so watered down. The whole GOAT thing is watered down, and like you said. Let's be perfectly honest right now. The UFC rankings are complete horse shit anyway.
Bullshit. They're bullshit.
So I don't know why everybody is so concerned with it. Everybody has their favorites. Who gives a shit if you don't agree on who the GOAT is? I think
nobody's been
GSP
fighting
is
long
the GOAT.
enough.
Who cares?
Nobody's been fighting long enough that's on the current roster to really go down in history as the GOAT. I mean, we're not talking Muhammad Ali GOAT status. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, I want to shout out to one of our sponsors, Condom Depot. Use promo code Mr. Worldwide for 10% off for that. So that's condomdepot.com, promo code Mr. Worldwide for 10% off. And go have some fun this Halloween.
Well, go have some fun, but also please understand that the only condoms that Mr. Live Worldwide stands behind is the bare naked magnums. The only kind that Mr. Live Worldwide uses when he's in a pinch. And guess what? Mr. Live Worldwide isn't in a pinch too much.
In a pinch? What the hell does that mean?
Well, when you got a nice senorita that you weren't anticipating having yourself a little fun with, and you happen to be sans Magnum, you can still find them anywhere, especially at Condom Depot. Once again, Mr. Live Worldwide, that's 10% off. And remember, Magnum Bearskin. It's the only kind that Mr. Live Worldwide needs. Anything else is too fucking small.
Jesus.
Hey, if you're going to go ahead and make a bullshit plug, then I'm going to make it better.
Our viewership just dropped by 20% because of that, Jeff Houston.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something, man. If they can't handle the truth, I can't be held accountable.
Well,
if we've got those timid snowflakes out there, then do yourself a favor. Don't listen. we can actually do without the timid snowflakes. Thank you very much. Remember what we said. Remember what it said. Open your ears, shut your mouth, and have a good fucking time. If you take anything that we say offensively, please change the channel. If you think that you're going to boycott an awesome show like this, let me tell you something. You're fucking wrong is what you are, because that's not going to happen. I don't care what you have to say bad about me. You can say whatever the fuck you want about Josh. I mean, I could give two shits about that. I mean, I'll leave him out to dry every day of the week and twice on Sunday. That's not a problem. I haven't used a condom since 76.
Jesus Christ. Well,
okay.
I just lost my train of thought.
Well, Kyle, if you haven't used a condom since 76, then brother, I gotta tell you, you gotta be more crudded up than a free clinic.
Jesus Christ. That's a bumpy road. No, I know what I was going to say. I was just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's funny. That's
Kyle,
a bumpy road. I like that. I got to remember that fucking one. That's a bumpy road there, sir.
Kyle, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Kyle.
Oh, stop apologizing.
No,
he
listen.
Knows you're fucking kidding. God
no,
damn.
So how many people you think don't get this reference, right? Like turning the channel.
He's born in 81. That's what's so funny.
like turning. I get it. Turning the channel.
There is no turning the channel. Remember,
that's what I mean.
But I get it. But nobody turns anymore.
That's what I mean. How many people you think get the reference? Like how many people?
Well, if you say change the channel, it's a little bit easier. But turning the channel, nobody really understands.
You remember, like click,
having
click.
Of course, I remember. I even go further back than that. I remember our first TV. We didn't have a remote.
You had to tune the fucking channels in with the antenna. You're like,
no. It was never that bad, but I did have the big ass fucking dial.
And if you wait.
Yep.
Don't move.
And usually you end up getting like the perfect reception when you're not facing the TV and you can't watch it. You know, you're like standing, you're like a fucking ballerina. You're up on your toes and everything like that. You've got a leg raised. You got your arm out at a 45-degree angle, and boom, the picture's in. But I had one of those old clunker televisions that had the big dial that had the weird channels on it. It didn't go 1 through like 30. It was like 2, 7, 14, 19, 23. I'm like, what possessed them to put those numbers on the dial? Those numbers.
I'm not sure we should talk about any of your weird channels that you watch, Jeff. I don't think that's appropriate.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, I grew up on Porn Scramble, so fuck you. A lot of us grew up on Porn Scramble.
And like, we talked about that one
Remember what you said? You didn't know if you were seeing a nipple or an eye.
Yeah. Gegard is eating a bleemer right now in case you guys aren't seeing it. I do want to watch that fight.
I don't want to hear that, Kyle. I want to hear exactly the opposite. I want to hear Douglas Lima tearing the shit out of him. But I don't know if Douglas has reached into his bag of kicks as of yet, because as soon as Lima starts kicking Gegard, man, he's going to kick his ass.
What is that? Bellator 250, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what we're on?
Something like that. Or is it 248?
No, it's 250. I just looked it up. I do want to go back and watch that. Thank you, Kyle, for reminding me of that, because I completely forgot.
That's tonight. That's tonight. That's tonight for the welterweight championship of the world. And
middleweight.
That's what I said.
You said welterweight. You said welterweight.
Yes, you did.
Roll the tape.
I don't have to roll the tape. There's another way back when saying.
Roll the tape.
There is no rolling. Roll the tape.
You said welterweight.
Listen to me, sir.
How much you want to bet?
What you want to hear?
How much want to bet? What do you want to bet?
Why would I want to bet anything when I'm fucking right?
Okay. What do you want to bet? You said welterweight.
You're no fun.
You know you did.
You know you did.
You know you did.
Look at me with my dumbass dimples. I'm happy I proved Mr. Live World right wrong.
Anybody else hear that?
Can we get past it, you motherfucker? Jesus Christ.
All right, Jeff. God. All right. So I guess get back to the bullshit goat conversation. All right. So on the thing about Khabib really retiring or not, I'm with you right there too. So, he said he made the promise to his mom, but correct me if I'm wrong, and I know you will. Of
course.
I also remembered, like, wasn't his dad's plan with him was to make it to 30-0? Like, wasn't that the plan?
Yes,
and then they were going to retire.
It was in that neighborhood, and then yes, he was going to retire 30-0. But I mean, he did accomplish one thing. He is the undisputed, undefeated, unified UFC lightweight champion of the world. He did accomplish that. He did accomplish that there.
Brian Maxwell, what's up, man? Mr. Red Rooms.
I think he needs one more. It's up in the air on who it should be. There's a lot of people who, I mean, a lot of people would just jump at the opportunity on that. But the problem with doing another fight is that once you get to that level, dude, you take your sweet ass fucking time, and you end up depriving people of a fight. Because I mean, if he's going to fight again, I'd be very surprised if he gets it done within 1 year of the day of his last fight. And I can't stand that, man. That's too long for people to fucking wait. We shouldn't have to wait that fucking long. I mean, all you did, what did he do? He broke his foot, right?
Yeah, but it was like
I mean, it was nothing. It was like I think he broke it before the fight, but it was like a hairline fracture. It wasn't anything major.
Yeah, I think people were saying, like, I mean, I'm no expert, obviously.
You ain't expert as shit.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
I don't have to watch shit, man.
I want to say it's like maybe like 6 months to recover. That's not much. 4 months. I don't know. It might not even. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't even know.
You are totally making that up. 4 months for a hairline fracture on your fucking foot. It doesn't take that long. No way.
Look, you know what, Jeff?
I'm waiting.
Well, most people don't actually say anything. They just
bullshit with a declarative statement like that and putting all of that confidence behind that statement, and then you leave me hanging. You suck. And you know you do. But once again, a dominant performance from Khabib, which we all knew that would happen. And I'm going to tell you something, man. That was a beautiful transition into that triangle that he got the finish with. It's almost like, I mean, seriously, man, it's almost like Justin wasn't there to receive it. It was just so flawless. And to do that to somebody who has Justin's pedigree is incredible. 2 seconds of silence there, and I didn't think Jeff had it in him. Michael, I've said it once again. You think that you're a funny person, and guess what? You're right.
And the viewership just dropped. Sorry about that. Guys, appreciate you so much. Once again, please like, please share, please help us out.
Fuck that. I'm not gonna say please.
Hey.
I'm not gonna say please.
Hey, Jeff, please help us out. I mean, we do a lot for you guys.
Sir, can I have some more? I feel like I'm on the fucking set of Oliver. Can I have some more?
Help us, please.
No. Help him. Help him. He needs the help. I need no help whatsoever. I am human perfection is what
Wait. Special announcement time.
Uh-oh.
How about this, Jeff? I'm gonna throw this on you.
I'm sure you are.
November 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Live Worldwide and myself, we're gonna do a live broadcast of Loudmouth Fisticuffs, Miami, Florida, from the Intercontinental Hotel.
Oh God.
Live broadcast. Can you wait? I can't wait.
Oh man. If there is ever a time for me to stay in my room and get room service, that would be the time.
I can't wait. From the site of BKFC number 14, the 2 title fights. Luis Palomino.
Yeah. Well, one
is it's 2 title fights.
I guess you could call it a title fight.
I don't get the title fight.
No, I'm going to tell you something. It's an interim title fight. And I always thought that the interim fight. Well, the good thing about an interim, there is one good thing about an interim title fight. And that's always that whoever is the winner of the next fight ends up becoming the unified. And I'm always a fan when somebody can become a unified anything, especially a champion. So plus also, I'm not saying that I'm not, I love Johnny. I have known Johnny forever. Like I said, same blood, same mud. We came up together on the Texas Indy circuits. So seeing him in a world championship status, it's very personally satisfying. But and of course, we wish him a speedy recovery with his back injury that he sustained during training. Yeah. But now we have the fight where we absolutely know who is going to be the bona fide number one contender to the lightweight championship, the 135-pound championship. And it's the fight that I really wanted to see. There was good build-up when Dat was at Reggie's last fight. There was some good words that were said between them. So I think it's going to be a fantastic fight. It's our co-main event for BKFC 14 for the interim 135-pound championship. And, of course, the winner goes on to challenge for the unified, undisputed BKFC 135-pound championship. And then, of course, our main event, Luis Palomino and Jim Allers, which is going to be an absolutely ridiculously bloody Dude, I swear to God, it's going to be like fucking Eddie Guerrero and JBL. It's going to be something. It's going to be a bloodbath. Kevin Smith, special guest, will be at BKFC 14. Gee, I wonder, Kevin, who could that be?
No, Mike, to answer your question, odds are, yes, we're probably going to have a crap ton of people.
Oh, yeah. Remember, this is Loudmouth Fisticuffs, and wherever we are, people are going to hear. They're going to see us having fun, and they're going to want to join in and have a good fucking time.
They're going to see me down in the lobby with the microphone and stuff. They're going to want to join in. But when they see me, they're going to really want to jump right in. Just so hopefully,
It's okay, man. I mean, you've been hit on, you were dropped on your head a lot in your indie wrestling career. So delusions of grandeur are expected at this point in time in your life.
I'm just saying.
Are you kidding? They're going to see Mr. Live Worldwide down there, and they're going to want to shoot the shit with the man who makes it happen on the microphone. You think that you happen on the... Oh, you think you're the man...
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it, Jeff.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I think we need to find out what time it is.
Oh, God.
Don't make me do it.
Go ahead. I don't give a fuck anymore.
See, it's not fun when you do that. It's not fun... Jesus. It's not fun when you don't react to it.
No, exactly. And that's why I'm not going to give you that satisfaction. And you're not supposed to say that out loud. You're not supposed to admit that.
3-minute warning.
Oh, God.
What?
He said 3 minutes.
As in the faction, the wrestling group?
Yeah. Yeah, old school stuff. But it is exciting that BKFC 14 this time, everything is going to be taking place at the Intercontinental Hotel. The weigh-ins, the hotel that we're staying at, plus the venue itself. Everything is self-contained at the very uber fabulous Intercontinental Hotel, downtown Miami, just a few steps away from Miami Beach. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, that ought to be pretty easy too in terms of God. Where were we? Where it was like 20 minutes to get to one place, 30 minutes to get to this place.
There's quite a few of them.
There's quite a few of them.
There's quite a few of them. That's actually pretty common when it comes to, but that's why I've always liked self-contained events. Yeah. I love hotel events, but my favorite, if I am going to, don't get me wrong, I love a big arena event. There's nothing like a big arena, but we're not filling up big arenas as of right now. So the better ones to concentrate on now are the hotel gigs, and which we're eventually going to do are I can't wait for casino gigs. But the casino gigs are going to be a little tricky because the thing about it is that a lot of the casinos are on on Native American lands. So therefore that they have Native American commissions. They have commissions that do that. And Dave's he's been there. He's already done that and such. This is all about getting the athletic commissions, all of them on board. And I know that you yourself, Josh, were actually part of a group that was, trying to get the thumbs up for the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, we they asked me to come along and we talked about it. Just trying to help out. I'm a fucking little ant, in the whole slice of pie and everything. And I said that I fucked that all up, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Ant in the slice
Just
of pie.
Jeff, just stop. I fucked up. Just let it go.
Boy, did you.
Look, I'm a small part. I'm a really fucking small part is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be humble, Jeff. Let me be humble.
Well,
right?
be humble with
Jesus
an analogy
Christ.
be humble with an analogy that makes fucking sense.
Jesus Christ, Jeff. Anyway,
well, my name is Jeff, but I'll take the compliment.
I want to try to help, better the sport any little tiny incy wincy way I can. And like I said, it was a honor to be able to speak and do whatever I can. What are you doing, Jeff?
Incy wincy. You're supposed to be a kind of person having a way with words, and you have no way with words.
Yeah,
My
but
God,
I am trying to establish the humble and the respect that I had to be a part of this. I'm not trying to,
You sound like Lewis. You sound like Louis Skolnick from Revenge of the Nerds.
I'm not trying to put a bunch of bravado behind it. I'm not trying to put a bunch of bravado like, they should have picked me. I mean, who the hell else was going to come on. I'm trying to keep it low key. All right. I'm trying to.
Oh, they could pick a lot better people than you.
Jesus.
Stop calling me that. You're going to give me a complex.
Tampa, nothing was close to us yet. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
that's true. That's true. That's
especially the first one.
Yep.
The first one, nothing was close at all.
Yep. The hotel was a good distance from the venue.
Because you had what the press conference was at that Harley Davidson place.
Yep.
And then you had
that was all kinds of fun. That was like on the opposite side of town.
Yeah. Yep.
I
was way in the hell out there.
But you know what? That was an important press conference. It was an important weigh-in and such because there was a lot of interest going behind the main. Because we had a bona fide, legitimate two-time world champion boxer stepping up against, and of course we know that, he was happy to fight Artem, but we all know who Paulie wants. Paulie wants the big money fight. Paulie wants Conor. Paulie wanted Conor, and they wanted to bring Conor over. And the way Conor's going right now, I mean, it's so funny that there are so many people that are still on the Conor McGregor bandwagon. And something, I'll give the guy credit at his last fight. He looked hella comfortable at 170 pounds. In fact, honestly, I believe that he should stay there because
he looked the best he's ever looked.
He did.
In my opinion,
he looked comfortable, and he didn't look like that he had to recover after any kind of severe weight cut because he didn't have a severe weight cut at that height and at that weight class. He shouldn't have one. So I definitely think that he should stick around at 170. But he's another one that they're calling the GOAT, and I'll give, like I said, credit where credit is due. Our first dual champion in UFC history. Nobody makes money like him and such, but he dodges too many fucking fights and he takes too much time off to really give him any kind of top ranking status. So that's why I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of somebody who just uses their celebrity but doesn't do what they were meant to do. If Conor said, something, I'm done and I want to move on to movies. Well, fine. Let him move on. Let him move on to movies. And who knows? He actually might be a box office draw if he's a halfway decent actor. I mean, you don't know. Jason Statham can't act for dog shit. And yet he's fucking popular. And the reason that no, dude, you know why he's popular is because he's the British fucking Bruce Willis.
How dare you? The Transporter was a fucking masterpiece of cinema.
It was an easy fucking movie to do. Anybody could have done that. Anybody could have done that. Jason Statham puts way too much emphasis on his facial movements, and he's always fucking angry. I mean, dude, get yourself like a coffee enema. Relax. Do something.
Death Race, Transporter, Crank,
yawn. The only thing I really liked him in was Snatch.
Expendables.
He was boring in Expendables. Everybody was boring in Expendables. And besides, he didn't. And besides, he didn't really belong. He was like the young kid in comparison to everybody that was on the Expendables. Everybody else.
That was the point. He was like the up and coming guy.
I know. Yeah, I know. I trust me. I understand the premise behind the Expendables. It just didn't do it for me. Like I said, he's not the best actor. And then in Hobbs and Shaw, tried to act like a badass next to a 6'3", 265-pound, just gob of muscle. Please.
I was not in that movie, Jeff. That was The Rock.
I said muscle, sir, not Twinkie. Twinkie. He may be gold on the outside, but in reality, he's bullshit cream filled.
Don't be talking about cream filled when you're talking about me.
Oh my God, you should not. Oh, that's some nasty ass shit right there. Oh,
all right, we're back.
We're back. You're the one who had a little conniption fit. Shit.
I don't know what that means. Everybody,
right, no. It's my turn. You get to kick off some stuff. I want to send a shout out to my boy Keith Veltri and also my buddy Dean Toole for having me down at the last RJJ Boxing and Icon Fighting Federation. We had a badass time down there in San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico, and we were live on UFC Fight Pass. My first time with working with Dean, and I'm sure you know this, Josh, but I had worked with Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotions previously a bunch of years ago. This was my first time back with them in 3 years, and it just felt so good. It felt so good to be back with a really stand-up promotion. And Keith is the kind of guy who runs it right. He is a 100% tough as nails businessman, and he knows what works and what doesn't. And this is going to be an interesting journey that they're starting off, bringing back Roy Jones Jr. Boxing Promotions and teaming up with Icon Fighting Federation. Of course, we had boxing in the first part of the day, and then an hour later, we went live again on UFC Fight Pass. And what an amazing venue we had. It was an outdoor venue. We were 50 feet away from the ocean, outside. Beautiful Marina Terra event center, outdoors, picture perfect day, not a cloud in the sky. When we were watching the fights, you could hear the tide rolling in. It was just, absolutely amazing. We did have a little trouble. It was our first time working with this new production team, and we had a generator that exploded right before the main event was done. And I know that I said exploded when you're thinking that it shut down. No, that motherfucker apparently exploded. There was like a 20-foot flame that shot up in the air from. Yeah, that sucker exploded. So we were in darkness, but there was enough daylight left to actually get it going. So it started back up. The fight finished the 8 rounds. I gave the decision in the ring. It was a little dark, but we still got it done. And thankfully, we had enough time once we were done to switch out the new generator. Lights were back on. We had a great time with Icon Fighting Federation. What was exciting about Icon was the MMA debut of Bellamir. Yeah, that's funny. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Nobody had to initiate their cell phone flashlight. That didn't have that.
And winner?
No. It wasn't that bad. I know you're trying to make it seem that it was that bad, but trust me, it wasn't. I could read and decipher the decision just fine. There was just a little bit of daylight left. There was enough. But no, come on, cut it out. I'm trying to tell you, man, the awesome debut of Bellamir, Bella's family, Frank and his wife, the whole family was there for her debut. She was in there against another debuter, but this was a 33-year-old woman that had an amateur background. And what was interesting were the corners. What was her name? Danielle Wynn. That's right. Danielle Wynn and Bellamir. In Danielle's corner was a fantastic UFC fighter, the brother of who I want to be, hopefully he's kicking ass tonight, Diego Lima. Diego Lima was in her corner, and of course, in Bella's corner was, the illustrious 2-time former UFC World Heavyweight Champion and my buddy Frank Mir. So I got to tell you something about that fight. Bella is going to be a force, especially when it comes to her takedowns. Man, she went through Danielle like she wasn't even there. Seriously, man, unbelievable power. She's only 17 years old on top of that. But she has been wanting to go pro for some time. She's got a stellar wrestling background. I just see I hope that she goes on collegiately, and I hope that she goes on to go NCAA. I could totally see her being a Division I champion. 100%. Absolutely. But she, because it was her first, her striking was okay, but it's your first fight. You're not supposed to have everything down cold fucking turkey, your first fucking fight. But the takedowns were great. Now, I think what happened is that she needed to stay maybe a little bit more busy once she gets the takedown. There was a little bit of lay and pray, but I think that that's just a lack of experience. I think that that's all that was. So with that being said, what's going on, Howie? She is going to be a good one. She won via unanimous decision across the board. I believe it was 30-27 via the judges across the board. So she is going to be a force once she gets a little bit more veteranship. She gets that striking down. Plus, with all that takedown strategy that she has, I would like to see her be like another Tito Ortiz. I'd like to see her get those takedowns and be another illustrious ground and pounder. I think she could. No, I think she could, because she generates a lot of power. Those takedowns, like I said, it's just she could. I'm 213 pounds, and she could go through me like I'm not even fucking there. At 17 years old, I wouldn't be able to block those fucking takedowns. Now, if you get that striking game down, she's going to be a force.
It's over. Yeah,
it's done. It's done. It's just like I said. It's the experience. There's no substitute for experience. So she gets that experience under her belt. She gets that striking game down. She stays busy when she gets the takedowns, either works on the striking game or the grappling game. She's going to be a force.
Is every show they do going to be like a hybrid show where it's boxing and MMA, or?
Well, this one was, of course, the boxing first, and an hour later. Our next one, we're actually going to have 2 days of events. So it's going to be November either 18th or 19th. I think it's going to be, let me double check actually while I have my phone here, but this one is actually going to be 1 day of boxing and 1 day of MMA.
Okay.
Yeah. So this next one is going to be, November 19th is going to be boxing, and November 20th November 19th is going to be Icon Fighting Federation number 3, and then November 20th will be boxing.
Okay.
Still be taking place out there at the Marina Terra Event Center, because it's just going to be so beautiful in the winter weather down there in Mexico. Okay. Absolutely fantastic. Really cool beach community of San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico. Had some of the best fucking fish tacos I've ever had in my fucking life. Jesus, man. Awesome shrimp and fish tacos down there, man. But it's so sad because, COVID and what you see of its impact on the world, you especially see it in some of these beach communities down in Mexico. It's amazing. Sure. It's amazing how much of it was still closed down. Because as you know, I don't know if you know this, but the land borders are still closed to non-essential travel. You have to be, have some kind of essential travel to actually cross the land borders. Now, if you're flying in, you're not under that same restriction.
I did not know that.
Yeah, but if you're driving across, you have to have some kind of essential travel in order to get past the land borders.
So why is that?
Because they can control the land borders easier than the air borders. Because I think with the air borders, it's a little bit more difficult, because then you absolutely cut off the lifeblood of tourism in Mexico. And I just don't think you can do that.
Yeah, I guess because I guess it would affect a lot more people.
Well, you got to figure how many areas and how many cities and how many states in Mexico are completely dependent on tourism year round.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that that's probably the main reason. Plus, also they can control that because they're doing temperature checks. You have to fill out certain forms and such. So they can govern it a little easier via air travel than land border crossing.
Okay.
But no, but it was fun. It was fun. I'm looking forward to it. We got that one, and then we've got in December. I'm going back for 3 days. We're going to be doing 2 days of boxing and 1 day of MMA, 9th, 10th, and 11th. In December, and we're closing out the year in Mexico with RJJ and Icon Fighting Federation. So exciting stuff, man.
All right, let me pull up here. All right, so this is the BKFC 14 card via combatinsiders.com. Thank you very much for that, guys.
Shameless plug.
And I believe this card is the lineup that those great folks have over there. I believe that it is pretty spot on. Of course, Palomino Allers, we knew that. Wynn Barnett, we knew that. Jake Boswick versus Tyler Vogel.
I actually heard some interesting information. I have heard that Fred Pierce will actually be returning on November the 13th. There was
what?
Yeah, there was a fallout. I just recently saw it posted on Facebook and social media. I do believe, I don't know if it's correct. I mean, once again, I'm not trying to, but I just saw that. So we'll see what happens. But that's just what I saw.
Where did you see that at?
On Facebook, I believe.
Facebook is a big place, Jeff.
Facebook is a big place, but then again, the world is a big place. What can I say?
Like on his profile? Oh, hey, that's us.
Why do we? Profile? I don't need to see me twice.
I feel the same way.
I'm sure you do. But no, that'd be cool because as I said before, and as we said on our last show, it was amazing the transformation that we have seen in the bare knuckle cowboy. And if he's up for it, and he's all healthy and all is good to go, man, I'm all for it. I am all for seeing the bare knuckle cowboy go back once again. Okay, so Howie is saying through bare knuckle fight management as such.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking now, and so I'm looking on this page now. Okay, it looks like Fred Pierce steps in, 15 days notice. But it doesn't say who. It just says
against whom. Yes, it does not say whom he would be stepping in. But there's some good, dude. There's some good fights on here. We got you got Yuli Diaz coming back. Francesco Ricci, if you remember, he did a fantastic job on his debut, even though he did a fantastic job. We got Zach Jusola coming back.
Zach the Jusola.
Yep. Jeff Schiffens, he's coming back. The bare knuckle beauty, Britton Hart.
Yep, Miss Britton Hart.
Lorenzo Hunt. Trust me, this
Juggernaut.
guy. Oh, the Juggernaut is looking to devour someone again.
I'll tell you what. You know what, and I hope no one takes offense. Like I love watching, all these bare knuckle fights, but like there's a few people that I really enjoy watching, and
well, Lorenzo
he just has something to him. I always enjoy.
Well, he's got it
watching this fight.
That's what it is. He's got the it factor. He had the it factor, dude. I was paying attention to him when he was at the tryouts. I remember when he was in the ring at the tryouts, and he was even making an impression at the tryouts. And I said to myself, man, this is a big guy. He's hungry, and apparently he could talk on top of that. So that's exactly the kind of person that you want on your fight card. And up and comer who I am hoping that the fight hype around this guy will continue. And that's my man, King Keemon Evans.
Yep. Keemon Evans. Yeah. He was, he looked good.
He looked great.
Uli Diaz. Yeah. I can't wait for Uli Diaz too.
Uli Diaz is another good one to look out for. And then, of course, our co-main event, Dat Win against Reggie Barnett Jr. And then the main event, which a lot of people have been waiting for. And boy, I'm going to tell you, that's going to be a messy face-off after the weigh-ins. Once they've stepped on the scale, Palomino and Allers, man, we're probably going to have some extra security on stage. Though that we might. Well, it depends.
I'll hop on.
Well, yeah.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, man. The only security you have is for your own fucking cornhole. Ain't no kind of security in freaking Joshua Furs.
I'll jump on if things get messy.
Fuck that. You'd use me.
I'll save you, Jeff, when you're up there with your microphone and you got your little podium. I'll save you. Don't worry, Jeff.
Dude, you couldn't save a drowning ant farm.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly.
But yeah, so bareknuckle.tv, please download the BKTV app.
Or go to bktvapp.com. Either one, I mean, it'll redirect you to bareknuckle.tv, but I think bktvapp.com is easier to remember.
It sure is. bktvapp.com/combat insiders is even easier to remember.
You check it out and you tell them, gotta have my BKTV. You can't exactly say, I want my BKTV, because that's a little bit too on the nose to MTV. So you just say, gotta have my BKTV.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Jim and, Luis are friends on that level, but let's be honest. What did Palomino say? What was his comment when he won the belt about, silent mouths don't get fed?
That's right.
At the end of the day, like, I get it. They can be best friends all day long. I'm sure after the fight, they'll hug. They'll be great.
We're not talking about friendship. We're talking about a motherfucking fight.
Yeah. I'm sure
we are talking about somebody who has staked a claim that he is the legitimate 155-pound champion, and that apparently Luis Palomino is just a placeholder.
Yeah, it is all business.
You can have two friends say that shit, but then again, this is business, and it's all business in the fucking ring. And the easiest way to get it done is to sell it, and the only person that's going to be able to sell it best is themselves, and they know that. Jim has been around the game long enough. Luis has definitely been around the game long enough, knowing that in your face sells out the place.
100%. And also too, so you're picking Jim in 3.
You know what? That's a tough one. That's really a tough one, because the thing about it is that Luis is exactly like Jim. They both drive forward and such and everything. And it's just, who is going to get overwhelmed in the barrage?
Sure. Who's going to hit first? Who's going to connect first?
No. That I think anybody can connect, but that doesn't mean it's going to do anything. I'm just saying, who's going to get overwhelmed with the barrage?
With one of them, I think it does do something.
No, because Jim is more known for, having really good follow-ups. He may get a really stiff jab there, but those combinations that follow are what put you on your ass. I mean, the one stuns you, but those
clinch uppercut. He loves that shit.
Oh, he loves that, and that's dirty boxing. That's exactly where it's supposed to stay.
I just wanted to say too. So, I went out to Reggie Barnett Jr.'s gym, 757 Boxing, out in Chesapeake, Virginia, and got a chance to sit down and talk to him and just kind of watch him train for a little bit. And I don't want to give away too much. I'll have the interview coming out. I don't know, maybe in a few days. I don't know. I'll have it up soon. Put it to you like that.
How's his confidence level? It's got to be off the fucking page.
Let me tell you what, Reggie is ready. He really is. He's ready. He's fucking confident. I think he's at a place, one of the things that he kept talking about was, when he was in a title fight with Johnny, a little over a year ago at BKFC 6, that, that was his biggest fight to date at that point. And that was, his first, big title fight. And he's, the pressure kind of got to him. I think Johnny kind of got to him. I think the pressure of the title fight kind of got to him. I think it was a lot of things, and he knows that.
And he's past it.
He's changed his game up. He's made improvements where he needed to. He's matured. Like he said it several times. He's matured as a fighter, matured as a man, and him going in here with that. I think the one thing that, him and Dat had some exchange on social media, and then they had that exchange, at Reggie's last fight in the crowd. So, but I don't think he's letting it get to him like he did with him and Johnny. When him and Johnny fought, they were nasty on social media, man. Like they were coming after each other. It was very heated. And I think maybe Reggie kind of carried it a little bit, and I think it bothered him. And I think this time it's just words to words. He's good. He talks shit, and he's good. Like he's confident. He's ready to roll. He feels like this is where he should be. This is his rightful spot. And it's hard to argue. We've been talking about this shit. How many months have we been talking about that Dat and Reggie is the fight to make? Like, we've been talking about this.
Are you kidding? We've been talking about this since the beginning of the year.
Like a broken fucking record, right? But I'm glad that it's happening. I'm glad that we get to see this fight. And
I hate that broken record, because a broken record wouldn't play. It's like a broken needle on a record.
What is the age gap?
Now, who are we talking about? Are we talking about Jim and Luis, or are we talking about Reggie and Dat? Because I definitely believe that Reggie. I think Reggie'd be the older. Well, I don't know. Maybe Reggie's the older fighter and the younger fighter. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell how old Dat is, because Dat's Vietnamese, and
okay. They're both 30. They're both 30. They're both 37.
Really?
Yeah. Reggie's only older. He's older than Dat by. Reggie was born in July. He was born on July 4th, 86.
Dude, Dat does not look 37.
Dat was born October 10th, 82. Oh, no, wait. I am sorry. I'm an idiot. I apologize.
Yes,
Reggie is 33,
Mm-hmm.
or no, 34. He just turned 34 in July. Dat is 37, or he'll be 37. He just turned 37 on October 10th.
And just to let you know, there is no apology for you.
Oh, stop it.
It's impossible.
Stop it. And I found that information.
Your mother can apologize for you. Your wife can apologize for you. But as far as you, there is no apology for you.
You stop it.
Or what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'll cut you off.
You'll cut me off. Well, guess what, sir? Facebook Live is a bitch.
Well, anyway, folks, I'm sorry about that. Jeff is over here having some technical difficulties. We're going to try to get him all fixed up.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You forget, I have control as well. Now, you can cut me off. I'll just come right back.
As in me? Am I going to be there? Yeah. Oh, wait. Are you talking about me?
I think he's talking about Josh Thompson, not you.
I don't know.
Yes, he's talking about you. Jesus Christ.
Well, it just seems weird, because I thought, wouldn't he say, are you going to be there? If it's like, is Josh going to be? It's almost like there's another Josh. Is there another Josh?
You're thinking about it way too much.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to be there.
I know.
I will be in Miami.
He's the last person that should be in Miami, folks. The absolute last person. I had such a good trip planned.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
And now it's not going to be. We know Jeff will be there. Oh, gee, Howie, you think?
No, actually, I think. See, this is where you mess up, Jeff. I think that was actually a knock on me, because it's as in like it should have been like a duh, like of course it was talking about me. Of course you'll be there.
I think.
Know. Do you see what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, I do.
Jesus Christ. I don't know how much longer I can do. What episode are we on? 33? I can't. I don't know.
Yes, you can. Jesus.
How much longer can we make?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How much longer can we do these episodes, Jeff?
You're the one hurting. Right.
Jesus.
You're the one hurting. Oh, and I definitely want to give a shout out to our very good show sponsor, of course, the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame, and my good buddy, of course, Mr. Scott Burt, president of the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame, who has finally done the right thing and, much to your dismay, rerouted some of that wonderful sponsorship money in my direction. Exactly. The tables are turned. All of those different channels, all of that red tape, and all of those different departments where everything was going through. It was a smokescreen, ladies and gentlemen. It was bullshit. It was poppycock, Boulder Dash, all of it.
First off, nobody accuses me of poppycock.
All right, fine. Then I'll accuse you of Boulder Dash then.
All right,
that's even worse.
I can live with that. I can live with Boulder Dash.
That's even worse. Tomfoolery.
I don't believe you.
Well, I don't care if you believe me. I'm going on a nice little spending spree with mine and such. And I'm definitely
huge party after the fights. Yeah.
Intercontinental won't be the same. Huge. There is no such thing as a huge party during COVID, unfortunately. But look who's joining with us.
There he is. We were just talking about you, Reggie.
Oh, easy, educated hands. My main man, Reggie Barnett Jr. You know, Reggie also has the look of a bare-knuckle fighter. Reggie, I got to give you credit, man. You're scarred up like a motherfucker on your face, man. But I got to tell you what, man. It's a good fucking look, man. It makes you look it makes you look scary. You know, it's the chicks, of course, love that. I know that you're a married man, and I know that, you know, you've got the family unit. But chicks dig scars, man. Because there's always a story behind the scars. And the stories lead to, well, you know what they lead to if you're an adult. But we love you, Reggie, and we are so fucking happy. Dude, the right fight is taking place. I'm not saying that Dat and Johnny is the wrong fight, because it's not. But the right fight leading up to who is the rightful number one contender and now going to be the interim 135-pound world champion. Man, I couldn't be more excited for you, bro. I am so excited for you, man.
I almost want to pull up. I almost want to go through the archive and pull up like an early episode of Loudmouth, because I'm telling you, like, we've been talking about this shit.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
Since,
he knows.
I know he does, but like, it's just crazy, you know. It is the right fight, and I could say it a million times over. I'm excited, man. I might be. See, this is interesting, right? Because, you know, Reggie versus Dat is an amazing, exciting fight. Jim Ellers versus Luis is an amazing, exciting fight, but for different. They're slightly different reasons, right? Like I expect Reggie and Dat to be, you know, technical, just, you know, pressing the action. I think it's gonna.
I honestly think it'll get dirty too. I think it'll have.
I think it's gonna get dirty. I think they're gonna get dirty.
I think it's going to have a lot of aspects to it. I think it's going to be scientific. I think it's going to be technical.
Very scientific. That's the word I was looking for.
And I also think it's going to get dirty. I don't think it's going to be a one-dimensional. I don't think it's going to be a one-dimensional fight. I think it's going to be more than that.
Which is where I was getting to, you know, with Palomino and Allers. It's going to be bull in a china shop kind of fight, right?
Which is what we want.
Which is what we want. Yeah, like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's just a different. It's gonna be great because it's going to fulfill, you know, all those things. I know we say this, damn it, Jeff, we say it every card, but I'll be damned. This is it's looking on paper to be possibly the best card, you know, on paper, the best lineup that, you know. I don't know.
I disagree. And the only reason why I do is because I think that we have fantastic fighters, but some of these guys are matched up with either newcomers or such. But I think what's happening is that the star power, the real star power behind it, is not only going to be with the co-main and the main, but you're going to have people who are going to be fighting matchups that we're not too aware of, and they're going to be able to stand alone and show how awesome they are. Like with Kimon, I'm not too familiar with his opponent. With Britain, I'm not too familiar with her opponent. With Lorenzo, I'm not too familiar. So there are
I get that. I get that
get an opportunity. See, when I look at a stacked fight card, the true stacked fight cards to me are the ones that have the match upon match upon match. This is stacked in a different way. Now, I'm not saying it's the most stacked fight card, but what I'm saying is that is a differently stacked fight card because it allows certain standouts to continue showcasing their standout status.
Yeah. I don't know.
Every day of the week and twice on Sunday, Reggie. I love you. I love your family. Everything about Reggie Barnett I love. And you know that, brother. Every day.
People, man.
Every fucking day, man.
The whole game.
You sell it each and every time that you get into that squared circle, man. Never a fucking dull moment with easy, educated hands. Never.
100%, man. Yeah, I'm pumped, man. I think the main and the co-main are really going to bring it home. I really do. I think they're going to bring it the fuck home.
I just think it's stacked in a different way, like I said. So I think
I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
See, Howie, I disagree with that. I don't think he's going to knock him out of the safety yellow shoes, because I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I think this is pretty damn close, evenly matched, I think. I really do. I say amazing things about Reggie, but at the same time, I'm going to say amazing things about Dat, because I know what kind of a fighter Dat is. So I think, honestly, on paper, this is it's the best matched fight of the night.
I'm not.
It's the best match. It's the best matched fight of the night. And I don't know if there's going to be a dominant side. I don't know if there is going to be. I see both of these guys with a smidge of reckless abandonment on top of scientific dirty boxing.
Well, I think that both guys are in a situation. I think they both have something to prove. You know
what do you mean? You think?
I
absolutely do. They absolutely do.
Reggie. I think Reggie feels
Dat's a little pissed. Dat's a little pissed.
Of course he is.
Dat was going to go ahead and claim the throne of the 135-pound, and unfortunately now he has to take a step. I mean, unfortunately, even though that I don't consider a step back, I consider it a step forward. But in his mind, he has to take a step back for an interim title, as opposed to the overall 135-pound world championship. So in Dat's eyes, he probably looks at it somewhat as a step backward. But I'm going to tell you something, Dat, you shouldn't.
No.
You shouldn't look at it as honestly, because you are going to be, because I'm going to tell you something. If you can get by Reggie, if you can, then you're going to have another crazy competitive fight, because you are going to be getting a crazy fresh Johnny Bedford. And I mean Daisy fucking fresh.
Think about it too, you know.
But I'm saying if you can get past,
if he can,
that's a big if.
That's a big if, right? And then on the flip side, if Reggie wins, we get that rematch.
And so, like I said, it's a win-win for everyone involved with this. And honestly, we get to sell the shit out of it. And I love selling the shit out of two talented fighters that are getting an opportunity, as Reggie and Dat are getting. So I am, oh man, when I hit the fucking roof when I saw this advertised for the first time.
Yeah.
I was so happy. I mean, like I said, I'm still upset, but this is the fight I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I wanted to see this fight take place before that. I'm not part of the decision tree, so I can't, I'm not part of the major BKFC decision tree. So I'm going to stand by their decisions. And it's unfortunate that Johnny got injured.
Sure.
But now there is going to be a clear 100% number one contender for that unified 135-pound championship.
Yep.
And it's going to feel like something was completed.
Yeah.
And it's that.
It's the right thing. It's the best situation. It's the best.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do, because there will be a sense of something accomplished, something finished, and more importantly, a fighter solidified in that position. And that's what we want to see. I'm never a fan. I'm going to tell you something. I don't question Papa Dave's choices, and I don't question Nate Shook's choices either. I mean, they're both the best at what they do.
Sure.
But out of calamity, by having Johnny injured, we were able to turn it around into something beautiful. And I love that. And I love that.
I'll tell you what, I think I really think that the sport is going to turn a corner, man. Like I think we're going to turn another corner.
2021 is going to be huge. 2021 is going to be a huge year. And what's really cool about that is that in 2021, we're going to be doing something a little bit different come springtime, when we're ready, with the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame. We're actually getting 2 years out of the way. The 2020 and 2021 will be taking place in Belfast, and hopefully we'll be able to have a fight that will be before that, hopefully in Seneca, hopefully that will be able to take place there and then spill over to Belfast for the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame. But if not, then the Hall of Fame will still be a 2020-2021 extravaganza.
Which, by the way, somebody passed Scott Bird. If you could give me a ring on that, because we need to take care of the payment situation.
No. He and I have already had a discussion off that. And you know something, man, we looked at it as, the entitled rich kid who is wanting to get early access to his trust fund. So I hate to tell you, Josh, but you're cut off.
That's funny. That's good. That's good.
That's fine. You're not going to be seeing.
Good.
You're not going to be seeing those residual checks. You're not going to be seeing those sponsorship checks anymore. They are now being diverted to me. And moving forward, if I decide to give you a little taste, I mean, I may do so, but it is going to be at my discretion moving forward via the president of the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame, the man who is now paying for legitimate sponsorship. Oh, and another thing I want to let you know, I'm going to be closing down offices. I am going to be shutting down departments.
They're still building. They're still being built.
That we've already taken care of it.
Who's we?
Scott and me. We went ahead and we canceled payments. We actually stopped funding on that.
What do you mean stopped funding?
Well, there's no longer going to be any more construction funding for the offices to be opened. The offices have been shut down indefinitely, and now this is going to finally be the fair dispersal of sponsorship funds as it should be, and not the Kaisership that you are building over there. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, you're done. You're done.
You're good.
I know I'm good.
You're funny.
I know. I go ahead and talk to the man himself. He will verify everything that I have said is 100% true. You are no longer going to be this greedy bastard hoarding all this money for your endless trips to Chateau Lamac over the fucking weekend. No more, sir. No more red tape. No more. There's nothing I can do about it.
Nobody talks shit about Chateau Lamac.
I'm talking shit about the money that you spend on Chateau Lamac. I didn't know that somebody could spend 4 to 5 figures in an entire weekend at Chateau Lamac, but apparently you can.
First off, sir, I don't know how you got that information. Not to say that information is true, but I don't know how you got it. And
how do you think I got it? I got it from the man. I got it from the man who sports the best shoes in the game. The best shoes in the game, Mr. Scott Burt. The man who got me beat by a million fucking miles as far as his shoe goes.
Hey, real talk. Real talk.
This is real talk.
Real talk.
You don't have to worry about talking. It's done. It's taken care of. Okay.
Come on, real
Your
talk.
reign of terror is over.
I get it. Ha.
It's over. It's over, man. It's over. The white flag has been waved on your behalf. It's done. It's done. No more offices.
Bravo.
And stuff. We are going to be dispersing these funds.
Good. Bravo.
I don't know why you're clapping.
Oscar-worthy performance, my man.
Oscar-worthy? I'm serious as a fucking heart attack, bro. You're done. At least on the sponsorship side, you can't be trusted. Seriously, man.
That means.
What it means is that you're the self-proclaimed Idi Amin when it comes to sponsorship money, using it as your own personal little piggy bank. It's not going to happen anymore. We're going to put that money. That money is going back into Loudmouth Central. It's going to go to better microphones.
It goes into Loudmouth Central. Hey, what do you think? It bought this. It's going into Loudmouth Central.
That cheap ass little piece of shit. Come on.
Cheap.
Yep. I'm the one with the Shure SM7B.
Look, first off, it's frugal. Cheap is not the appropriate word. I try to be frugal with our money because I have to disperse.
No, Josh did not let Scott host the show. That was no, sir. That was a blitzkrieg courtesy of Scott. But you know what? I mean, not courtesy of Scott. I'm sorry. Josh was the mastermind behind that. But, Scott and I, everybody keeps saying that there was some kind of feud going on between me and Scott. But then Scott and I sat down and talked, and we still have no recollection of that feud. None. And if there was a feud, life is too short to worry about who has better shoes and who's the better man. There are so many good people on this planet, Howie, that we don't need to worry about that kind of shit. We don't have to worry about the toxic relationships. We have to worry about the people who are in our life who define us, who complete us.
Yeah, we do have to worry about toxic relationships. You're right about that, Joe.
I am no toxic relationship, sir. In fact, I have actually cut out the poison. I have cut out the poison. You, good sir. Yeah, you. You are the toxic relationship in this relationship, and you will no longer be in charge of the sponsorship money. That will all be coordinated by myself and Mr. Scott Burt moving forward. You are, again, cut off.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't believe you.
Hey, what's up, Hank? What's up, Planet Hank? This is Planet Hank. Ba, 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 ba. This is Planet Hank. Oh, Hank, we were just talking about the treachery that went down with the very poor use of sponsorship money, courtesy my co-host, Mr. Joshua Furs. And now the money will be used for the proper way, and it's not going to go back into his own personal piggy bank and finance his weekend trips to various fast food establishments. It's not going to happen anymore.
First off, not various fast food establishments. It was one McDonald's in Las Vegas.
Okay, so you went to the 3-floor Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 1 floor for the hamburgers, 1 for the milkshakes, and the top floor to take a shit after you're passing fucking kidney stones. Good stuff. Fuck that. And seriously, McDonald's in Las Vegas? Why the fuck didn't you go to the Heart Attack Grill if you're going to go anywhere?
Don't you worry about my choices.
I am worried about your choices because your choices almost put Loudmouth Fisticuffs out of business.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true. It is true. Misappropriation of funds, sir, and quite a few.
I also keep the books, so
and yes. And by the way, those books have also been confiscated as well.
Bullshit. I still have them.
Well, no, what you have are clever decoys. I had someone actually break into your house and actually liberate those books from you.
Liberate?
Yes, they have been liberated. They are now in the possession of myself and Mr. Scott Burt. What you have right there it's a decoy, and it's a very clever decoy. I have to admit, I'm better at, book decoys than I thought I would, man. I cook the books pretty well.
All right, Reggie, have a good one, buddy.
Thank you, Reggie. I'm sorry that you had to see this, this bullshit with my co-host. Co-host, that's even a loose term that I'm using right now. The terrible things that he did with the sponsorship money. Absolute terrible stuff. Getting himself
I did what was best for business.
Yeah, you got yourself a cheap little $150 microphone. Well,
not all of us can splurge on a Shure SM7B.
Hey! This sucker costs as much as a car payment. Thank you very much.
I'm aware.
Now, damn straight. If you're going to do it right. I may be in debt, but I did it right.
People were like, what the fuck is going on?
The same thing that you would expect from any Loudmouth Fisticuffs that you tune into. You're not supposed to know what's going on. You're just supposed to go along for the ride.
But
yes, PKFC 14 is going to be a good one.
Thank you.
And yes, I will segue back into what we were talking about. And yes, we apparently my co-host did inform me that we will be having a live broadcast at the Intercontinental Hotel. So that means that's going to be a little later in the week, just like this particular one is, which will that be a Thursday or a Friday show?
Well, the fights are Friday. We can't do a Friday.
Are they Friday? I didn't know if they were Friday or Saturday.
Yes, it's a Friday. Friday the 13th, Jeffy.
Don't fucking call me that.
Friday the 13th.
That's what I thought, fucking cocksmoker.
Now, Jeff.
All right, so it is Friday the 13th. Yes, you're doing another Friday show.
I'm aware. Double check your little calendar, whatever you got going on.
Your little calendar. What decade are you in? Jesus Christ, man.
What app do you? What do you use? What seriously? I'm being serious. What do you use?
You can be dead serious. I do the same shit that everybody else does.
No, people have their different apps. Like, what do you use? Like, do you
Apple calendars?
You just use Apple Okay, all right. Simple question.
Why the fuck would I need to pay for anything else when it's free on the fucking phone? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, Jesus.
Stop calling me that. I cannot save you. I cannot save you, Josh. No matter what.
You are testy today, Jeff.
I think testy. No. If you're gonna go rare, you're like, you are catty. You are catty.
That too. You are catty.
So?
You're very catty.
I don't give a fuck if I'm catty. We're bringing in viewerships, motherfucker. We're getting eyes looking at us. We're having fun. Have fun. Be young. Drink Pepsi. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
Not a big fan of Pepsi. I like cherry Pepsi. Now here, let me give you some useless information.
Uh-oh.
Drink Pepsi. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Are you listening to yourself back? I don't understand. What are you doing?
No.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. What are you doing? What the hell is that? I can't help it. Oh my god!
All right. So
Jeff, again?
I prefer Coke over Pepsi. All right. But I prefer cherry Pepsi over cherry Coke. True story.
Is there any way under God's green earth that I can get those 5 seconds back?
Keep it up. Keep it up, and I'll make it 30 seconds. I'll go into all my diet soda preferences as well.
With those couple chins you got, obviously diet is not one of your selection.
Hey, I lost a couple chins. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. You had 7. Now you're down to 5. Excuse me.
All right. Give credit.
Man, everybody says give credit. I wouldn't extend you a line of credit from Cons.
From where?
I'm not going to get into it. You probably don't have them over there on the East Coast.
No, I don't know what kind of hillbilly Texas.
It's not hillbilly. My city's bigger than yours, dude. I live in San Antonio, Texas. It's the 7th largest city in the country. You want to talk about hillbilly? Talk about where you're from, you Virginia fuck. Everybody thinks San Antonio's fucking cowboys and shit like that. Wrong side of goddamn Texas. This is fucking Metro, motherfuckers.
I got him.
People.
I got him, everybody.
Look at me. I'm making a fishing
Whoa.
reference. Oh, he's fighting. Oh my God, my name's Joshua Furs. I'm gay. Oh.
You can't say that anymore, Jeff. You can't call people gay. It's 2020.
I can do what I want.
Are you voting, Jeff? Are you voting?
No.
You're not?
Nope.
I voted.
Good for you.
Matter of fact, this is the first time I have ever voted.
Okay. I mean, that's awesome. There wasn't a candidate worth my vote. And I'm not going to use my vote to vote out the lesser evil. So many people like to say, try to influence you on how to use your vote. I have a very good friend, my best friend in the world down here, friend of almost almost 30 years now. Actually, almost 30 years next year. My good friend, Dante Small, he runs a brand new podcast on Facebook called Politics Under a Palm Tree. I actually helped him with the title on that one. And he's a very politically involved person. And at first, he was talking to me about my choice of vote and, what to do with it. And sometimes he loosely threw out, vote out the lesser of evil. And I'm the kind of person where my vote is important to me. And if I'm going to use it, then I'm going to use it for the candidate who I feel is best suited for the job. And honestly, we're in a situation to where my vote was not, I'm sorry, I'm not going to use my vote this time around. I haven't voted for many, many years. When somebody comes around that I believe that can effectively do the job, then my vote will be worth something. But until then, I haven't used it, and I'm not a very politically involved person. But I love how people say if you're not politically involved, well, then you can't bitch about what happens if somebody wins. I'm like, I'm a fucking American. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can bitch about whatever, whomever, whenever I want to. You don't need to be a voter. You don't need, and I am a registered voter. I am a registered voter. I have not used my votes. I have not chosen to vote. And I'm
Fair
sorry,
enough.
man. I'm not standing in a 2-hour fucking line for early voting. There's very few stuff that I will ever stand
I was in and out in like 5 minutes. I was in and out in like 5 minutes.
Well, then you were at a good location. Because in your little hillbilly town, it's so easier to fucking stand out in a line for earlier voting. I live in San Antonio. San Antonio, like I said, 7th largest city in the country. It takes a little while for early voting. People are online for like 2 hours. Yes, no, I agree. It is. The grand old part, it is. It's the highest in the gross domestic. Really, the gross domestic product is the highest in history. Huh?
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Because for the first time in like, what our export is greater than our import, and it's been the opposite for fucking years.
Yeah, but our deficit is worse than it's ever been, and that's going to be a hard one. I'm sorry, the deficit's going to be a tough one to get out from under.
Yeah, but as long as we're exporting more than we're importing, the deficit will go down. It'll go down.
Well, slowly, but I mean, it's going to take a while. I mean, we're in the trillions right now, so it's going to take a while.
It will take a while, but I that was the first really big step because, I mean, I don't want to like talk over your head or anything, but
talk over my head, please. You're not even on my level, so I'm not even worried about it.
You're right. I'm like.
You are not that high above me. No, you're not. You're not even close. Not even fucking close.
Biloxi, what time is it?
Time to go to sleep, apparently. That was fucking boring. That was awful. That'll put me to sleep.
So it will be slow, but could actually expand with a new Green Deal.
Yeah, if we get if we get one that's mutually beneficial.
Yeah, that ship before was bullshit.
It was. It was. But the thing about it is, what also I don't like about election season is just how rude people are and inconsiderate that they are.
Everybody's an expert. Everybody's
no, it's not about the experts. It's about how rude they are toward those who vote the other way and may not share the same views of the candidate that they're supporting. That's the problem that I have. And I even said on social media, if you're the type of person that can't be a friend with somebody because they vote for a candidate you don't like, do me a favor and unfriend me right now. Right fucking now. I don't need those kind of toxic relationships in my life to where you define yourself by who you vote for. My mother actually had that issue as of recently because my mother's a Trump supporter and such. And she has a friend because we used to live in, I told you we lived in Rockford, Illinois, suburb of Chicago so many years ago. She had a friend up there for 50 years, 50 fucking years. And the minute that she says that she's a Trump fan, after 50 years of friendship, cuts her off just like that. Just
That's
like
bullshit.
that. Just because of that. But
That's
apparently
bullshit.
she did some research on this woman. And I know this one, I know her very well. I'm not going to make mention of names, but I know her very well because I grew up with her. So I know her.
I'm just kidding.
Well, no. What happened was that they actually found out that she was doing this with almost everybody she met. It was almost like she was, methodically trying to find out who was voting for who. And if you said Trump, you were automatically cut out of her life. You were called stupid. You were made fun of and such. I'm like, what a horrible thing to do to somebody. If you vote for Trump, I don't give a fuck. If you vote for vote. I don't give a fuck. Uh-oh, cut off there for a second. Sorry about that. No, I know. I know it's on me, and I'm willing to go ahead and take my lumps for a second. I mean, that's all right. But that's what I'm talking about. It's people who say horrible things about one another just because that their political views and their choices are different. You want to talk about what's wrong with America? That's wrong with them. That's what's wrong with America.
Well, I agree. You know what? And I did a little ditty myself on Instagram. You can follow me at Bare Knuckle Josh. Thank you. And I talked about how
more like bareback Josh.
Yeah,
Brokeback Mountain Josh.
My favorite movie, Jeff.
Well, apparently so, with those big wide eyes. You look like you just took one up the cornhole right now.
How did you know?
With those wide eyes, who wouldn't? See? That's right. That's right, man. You have the look on your face like you just got your shit pushed in.
Oh, you ever had your shit pushed in? Hell, I've had mine pushed in.
Well, I mean, that would your forehead lines are very prominent. That's from years of your shit getting pushed in.
Training Day, you know what I'm talking about, right? The scene.
Why do you think I said it? I know where I got it from.
All right.
Dude, I'm a movie addict. I'm a cinephile, Speaking of which, I want to stop talking about this stupid fucking election shit and start talking about good Halloween shit, because we are just a few days away from one of my favorite days of the year. It's not a holiday. It's just a day. It's just a day to get dressed up, have fun as an adult. Halloween, man, coming up. What?
Continue.
I'm not going to continue, man. Oh, he apparently has some kind of a surprise for us, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, maybe he's going to put on a mask. Maybe he's going to take down that farce that is a set. I swear to God, man, he's trying to make his background look just like a bedroom in Hugh Hefner's house. Yeah, I kind of figured he had a mask on. Yeah. Go ahead. I see it. Okay, we know one guy who wants some cock.
What do you think?
All right. Hey, I got that beat.
What do you think?
I got that beat. Hold on.
I can't really see out of it, though. I wish I had a Jeff Houston mask. How's my side profile? This thing smells funny. Oh, God.
All right. Happy Halloween, everybody. Woohoo!
What's in your mouth?
Well, this is an official licensed Jaws mask. And that right there, that's the compressed air tank, and there's Quint's hand.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking hot as fuck. But I started thinking it's Halloween. We need to be appropriately dressed, at least at the tail end of our show.
There we go.
You are looking awesome, man. Let me move my shit back so I can.
Do you know what this mask reminds me of?
What, that you like cock?
No.
Ooh, you're too easy, man.
The gobbledygook.
Oh, what are you going to be? One of the Guerreros?
Yeah. Hector Guerrero.
Hector Guerrero was the gobbledygooker.
Yes, he was.
That's right.
Does the shark eat chicken? No, he does not.
Are you kidding? I've got better things to fill my gullet with than that cock over there.
No, I bet you were just waiting to throw that out there, huh?
Oh, I'm sure I was. Hey, Don't fuck with me, man. The last guy that fucked with me is right there. He's trying to get out. Don't fuck with me.
Let me throw every cock and penis reference that I can.
Well, you're the cock, so you go right ahead, good sir.
Well, there we go.
You go right ahead.
What were we talking about, Jeff? You're okay. Halloween time.
Yeah, it's Halloween time, man. I'm sure I'm gonna be honest. I would love to go out and party and have a good time, but I'm gonna be the responsible person during COVID. I'm not gonna put myself in jeopardy by going out to a overcrowded party because I've got work for the rest of the year. I've got to be responsible around COVID time. So the best thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be at home with my brother. We're gonna get some pizza. We're gonna get some liquor. And we're going to have a whole day of watching Halloween-themed movies. Well, not necessarily Halloween-themed, excuse me, horror movies, but we're going to be doing multiple genres throughout the day. So it's going to be a good day of movies. Howie, if I'm going to tell you something, if this shark dropped his pants, I could slap you from the left to the right, and I wouldn't even have my hands up.
Jesus, there we go. It wouldn't be Loudmouth Fisticuffs without a Jeff Houston penis joke.
Well, it's not a joke. Okay, Gobbledy. I'm going to tell you something. You were gay then, you're gay now.
Hey, man.
Are you kidding, man? Calling yourself the gobbledygooker? The worst fucking, the biggest train wreck in the history of WWE, man. All that buildup. I even remember, man, I was like 12, 13 years old. I was almost 13 when the Survivor Series came out. I was 12 years old. I had been the buildup to that big egg. And you know who I thought was going to be in the egg? Because you remember, I'm sure that you saw the Last Ride series. Well, you saw that, and I thought that The Undertaker was going to be in the egg.
That's what he thought.
And he thought, man, if they're going to do this to me, my career is going to end as fast as it starts. And they built that up. I thought it was going to be some new superstar. It was going to be huge and everything. And I'm like, you built us up for 6 fucking months over Hector Guerrero in a fucking turkey costume. I'm going to tell you something, man. Right now, I don't look like it, but I am one sad shark.
You look like it.
No, I don't. I look like I'm laughing.
No, yes, you do.
Inside, this shark is crying.
Oh, we knew that.
This shark is crying, man.
We knew that.
Oh. He's crying.
Too hot for you, Houston?
No, I'm doing just fine, bitch. I'm doing just fine. But yeah, we're going to be doing we're doing good genres of good movies. We had a few that I introduced him to. Do you know that he's 37 years old and he had not seen The Omen until yesterday?
That's crazy.
I know. I thought that was a pretty widely celebrated horror style movie. Yeah.
You know what? Jesus. Of course I say. Oh, you know what horror movie? It's not like super scary, but I remember I watched it as a kid, and it never really gets a whole lot of love. Do you remember Warlock?
That was more corny.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't scary, but it was.
No, that's a tough one to get behind because it was corny.
I thought the second one was really good.
Corny. I mean, was the actor was this fucking Sting ripoff. He looks just like fucking Sting, man. I mean, I just thought he was a fucking Sting ripped off. The first one was okay, but the ones in the series, they weren't that great. Speaking of which,
there was only 2, right?
Yeah, either 2 or 3.
Oh,
either 2 or 3. But there was a massive disappointment yesterday because what we were doing is that it's hard.
Did you look down? Did you look down?
It's hard to categorize a fucking scary movie, right? Like a movie that like legitimately fucking scares you.
Sure.
There's a big difference between being startled during a scary movie and being like really fucking scared. That's different. Yeah. The damnedest thing about it is apparently they did like a medical analysis on this. Cut that shit. Yes. Make the appropriate chicken movements. Yes. Yes. Make the appropriate movements. Turkey movements. Yes. But rooster, chicken, who gives a fuck? But anyway, the one movie that they said apparently when they did like a heart rate, they took EKGs that actually had the biggest heart rate jumps was the movie. Do you remember Sinister?
Oh, I read the article you're talking. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
We watched that for the first time yesterday, and it was so. I was like, I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about.
No, yeah,
it's so disappointing.
It was an okay movie, but
ending. Oh, dude, but the ending proved nothing, and it didn't really tell anything. I'm like, okay, so what is it? I mean, is the guy supernatural? I mean, what's going on? There was no explanation to what was happening. It was
there's three of them.
The build-up was good. The build-up to the movie was great, but it didn't solve or say anything. And it was just, I was just so bad.
There's three of them. I got all three of them on Blu-ray.
Wait a minute, they made a third one?
Yeah.
Damn. I did not know that.
Yeah, there's three of them. I've got them all. I've got all three of them. I've got a big horror collection.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water again.
What?
And then I come around.
I don't think it.
Me, like I said, the last person that fucked with me, man, there he is. Still trying to get the fuck out. He ain't going nowhere.
Biggest cock Jeff ever saw. Possibly Howie.
Yeah, you already said that, man. That's that. Come on, that's old news. You said that a long time ago, man. Move on, grow on. But there's a bunch of good movies that I'm going to be introducing my brother to that hasn't seen on Halloween, and we're going to go from all different kinds of genres. But I'm gonna take him down the dark path, and I'm gonna show him a couple of fucked up horror movies.
Which
ones that you can't unsee.
Huh.
And there are some good ones, man. Because the thing about it is, a fucked up movie is one thing, but a fucked up movie that has good production value and is well acted is even better.
You're not going to show them that shit that you told me about, are you?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Remember that one? Hey, did you ever watch that fucking movie?
So I didn't watch it all the way through, but like I watched I did watch like parts of it. I kind of skimmed through it. I didn't watch the whole thing in one sitting. But I mean, I did see a few of the fucked up parts you were talking about.
Yeah,
I mean,
you ain't seen shit until you get closer to the end.
I don't know if I don't think I watched the end of it.
Okay. Oof. Okay.
Your hair is all fucked up, Jeff.
I don't give a fuck. My hair's never fucked up. It's amazing.
It's all messed up.
Nothing is messed up, sir. I'm going to tell you something, man. I am as good looking as the day is bright.
But it's nighttime, Jeff.
Exactly. Oh, no glasses, no hat, just Jeff O. Natural. Well, I can go. Wait a minute. Fuck that.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Oh, no.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I feel so much better now. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to get undressed near a cock. That's never a good idea.
Woo!
Oh, man.
Woo!
That's not supposed to be funny, but it is. I don't know what's going on. Oh.
Woo!
I think you mean
People are like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
What the fuck is happening?
Take that fucking mask off, man, please. It's just not right.
Okay.
I took my god damn, that mask was hot. I could only go for so fucking long. Ugh. That's what she said. Yeah, that's one thing that you don't need, man. Yeah, I know you. You'd be a horrible person, man. They think you dropped LSD. Come on now. We'd be so much more entertaining if we dropped LSD.
Are you a Walking Dead fan?
Believe it or not, I have never seen an entire episode through. No, believe it or not, there are certain shows that I have not seen that I should have seen, but I have not. No. I have not seen The Walking Dead.
I want to watch a horror movie now. I think I'm going to after we.
Well, you just gotta watch the right one.
Give me one. Give me a suggestion.
Hold on. I don't feel right like this. I mean, it may be hot, but you ain't that fucking hot.
Oh, you feel right.
No, fuck you.
Yes, you do. Don't lie to these people, Jeff.
I will lie to them every day of the week when it comes to that topic. Every day, people.
So he is lying. You heard it here first.
No, you didn't. You didn't hear caca.
It's fake news.
You heard caca.
Fake news.
You heard caca. Okay, there we go.
Jeff likes caca. It's true.
That is not true. That is not true at all. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Caca spectacular.
Okay, whatever.
We love it. We love caca.
Can you please continue on which horror movie that you are going to watch tonight?
I asked you for your expertise opinion on it.
Well, in my expert opinion, it depends on what genre you are wanting to see tonight.
I don't want to watch something like really fucked up, like something. You know what's good is Amazon put out a bunch of Blumhouse pictures on Amazon Prime Video.
Mm-hmm.
They put out like 4 or 5 original Blumhouse like they're all like they're all like suspense horror-esque stuff. Like it's not like scary jump out at you kind of scary, but it's more like make you think scary. It's kind of creepy shit. They're all I watched like 3 of them. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I think you could do better.
Like I don't want something that's gonna fuck my sleep up.
Well, nothing should fuck your sleep up. I mean, I've seen, I know the ones you're talking about. You're talking about like The Lie, Black Box, Nocturne, yes. Evil Eye, know, those ones. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, I watched Black Box and Lie. Those 2, that's right. I've seen those 2. Those 2 are really good. They're really good.
Well, there's one that you could watch. You have Netflix, I would assume.
I have everything.
So do I. I mean, I don't do cable anymore. I do streaming services. It's just so easier. It's so easier to do. There is a great and very inventive home invasion movie on Netflix. It's called Hush.
I like home invasion movies.
Hush is a very interesting one. It's definitely one, in my opinion, as far in the genre that kind of stands alone, because
Hush.
Yeah, because the premise behind it is that the victim is somebody who is who is deaf and mute. So the victim in the movie is deaf and mute, and she's out in the country, and there's just a home invader that wants to get after her. There's no real reason behind it. It's just that,
Wait. That sounds like wasn't there like another movie that's similar, but the guy was blind? Didn't something like that came out a few years ago?
Well, no. That was Don't Breathe.
Yeah.
But
the guy was fucking blind.
But he was the villain, though.
Right, but it was home invaders.
It was home invaders
coming in.
Now this was the opposite. This was, this is a home invader trying to get after her.
Okay.
and that she, like I said, she's deaf and mute. So you see her go through pain and get hurt, but you can't hear her because you can't hear the screaming because she's fucking mute. So here she is going.
That's fucked, Jeff. Don't do that.
No, it's pretty good.
Do it again.
It's pretty good. No, I will not, sir. No. No. I will not do it again. Oh, and there's another good one. There's another good one that's on Prime Video. I believe it's included with Prime. It's called Vile. That's a really good one.
Chicken air went in my mouth.
Chicken air. More like a chicken head. Chicken head. No, Vile is actually a pretty good one. It's the premise of that one. It's road trippers that end up waking up to find they're like gassed out, and they find implants in the back of their head. And what they have to do is that they have to fill these vials with brain fluid that is produced during like times of extreme pain. And the only way to get out of there is for each person to fill up the vial, and then they can leave.
All right, hold on. Let me write this. All right, so Vile and Hush.
Vile is Hush is on whatchamacallit. Hush is on Netflix, and Vile is on Prime.
Okay.
Those are really good ones. Vile, I've seen Vile a couple of times, and I really like that one. That's one of those the movies. You know, it's kind of like it like I said, it's one of those movies to where they kind of have to fuck with each other to survive. You know what I'm saying? You know, they have to torture each other to survive, to get out of there. And there's always that one person that's part of it that doesn't want to be part of it and ends up becoming the villain. And when shit happens to this person, you're actually happy about it because of all the hell that they've created. But the cool thing about in this one, in Vile, that one person that you're so happy to see bad things happen to is a chick. Yeah. Yes, we understand you have very good range of your brow. We get it. You're not The Rock, but, you know, I mean, you got shit going on. Jesus Christ, man. Look, it looks like your eyebrows are playing Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Can you move your ears?
No. I've got fucking headphones on, dummy. You're not moving your ears, you're moving your forehead.
What?
Yeah, I saw your ears move. All right, great. All right, great. Can you say this? Hey, you guys!
Rocky Road? Oh, Baby Ruth. I fucked that up.
No.
Baby Ruth?
No, it's Rocky Road.
Yeah, it is Rocky. That's right, because they were in the freezer.
Yeah. Ruth, baby, Ruth. Yeah, that's the one.
I can do the truffle shuffle.
I never doubted you for a second.
But I won't.
I know you won't. Trust me, I would have been Corey Feldman. First, you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on. Do it. Come on. Do it.
My milkshake brings all the something to the yard. And this milkshake ain't for free.
Of course it isn't, because it's fucking sour milk. Nobody wants a sour milkshake, especially coming from your ass, that's for sure.
No, it's not coming from my ass.
Oh, well, apparently you know. Okay, good stuff. Anyway, getting back to reality, which apparently
we just lost some viewers. Okay.
Well, that's your fucking fault, because you're talking about sour milkshakes coming out of your ass, so that's not helping anything.
That was you. That wasn't me.
You remember things much differently than I do. But those are two movies that I would highly recommend that are definitely worth a watch. And, you know, they've got some good cringe moments.
Listen, guys, also, too, before I forget, we are doing a giveaway for Loudmouth Fisticuffs. If you're going to be in the greater Miami area on November 12th, we're doing a dinner with a night with Jeff Houston.
No, we're not.
And and come on down. We're gonna start the giveaway next couple days, so keep a lookout on our page.
No, we're not.
And it's going to be covered by the works. Mr. Scott Burt is going to be paying for the entire experience.
No, he isn't.
To one lucky fan.
No, he's not.
To spend the evening with the great, illustrious Mr. Live Worldwide, Jeff Houston. And also, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Com Depot. They're also going to be helping pay for this
no, they're not.
Amazing trip. So if you are in the greater Miami area and you are around, please come on down to the Intercontinental too. And
he is lying with every fiber of his being. You see, a good liar really believes in the lies that he tells. So I'm sorry to say there is no giveaway. There is no dinner. And there definitely is going to be no dinner when it comes to me being in the same proximity of Joshua Furs, because if there is, there will be no dinner for me.
We're doing a show Thursday night, Joe.
Don't fucking remind me.
It's going to be a big show.
Uh-huh. This is really bad, folks. This is really bad. You know, I'm trying to get myself out of a sticky situation, but unfortunately, Josh has put me there in the Intercontinental Hotel, an actual live event, an actual live. Well, we're live right now, but we will be live on.
We're going to be right beside each other, Jeffy.
Oh God.
So I can reach out. I can reach out and touch you.
Yeah, and then after you do that, I'll reach out and fucking slug you.
I thought I heard Scott mention that giveaway. Yeah, you did.
Scott mentioned nothing. Sir, pathological liars only hurt the people that they're talking to. They never hurt themselves because they believe in it that much. Howie, you didn't hear shit.
But
I think that's a good place to stop, ladies and gentlemen. I think after an hour and 51 minutes of absolute nonsensical ramblings from a lunatic and a very, very astute ring announcer who tells the truth and has so much entertainment to give, I think it's about that time to call
Tampa,
it quit.
What time is it?
Okay, granted. Okay, so you're a wake-up service for a fucking bad hotel in Tampa. What time is it? My name is Joshua Furs, and I'm trying to be good, but I can't. Jeff is great.
My wife's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, I can't vouch for him. Okay. He's over there in bumfuck Egypt, Virginia. So I have no idea. Yes, true. Yes, true. You calling me a country ass man? I live in San Antonio. They ain't no fucking backup announcer.
Thank you, Howie. Thank you,
Howie. Take the shit out of your ears. It's not helping you.
I told you I am running the bench on this next event for BKFC 14. I'm running the bench. I'm going to be, I'll be in the bullpen waiting.
If you are anywhere near my microphone, I only have 3 words for you.
Listen,
sweet chin music.
You cannot get your leg up that high, Jeff. Don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't
think
about
that.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I did. I kicked Scott Burt's head off. I could do it to you, but I shouldn't have done that because Scott is a true gentle soul. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have.
And I already told you I won't be anywhere near your mic unless something happens. That's why I'm the backup.
Well, then you never have to worry because nothing will ever happen.
Well,
and
accidents happen, Jeff.
Fine, accidents happen. I wouldn't have you a backup if I needed a blood transfusion. I wouldn't have you as a backup if I needed someone to piss on me because I was on fire. If you offered me your piss, I'd say, Josh, go away. Let me burn.
I've never heard that joke in that context. I know I wouldn't piss on you if you're on fire. I say it all the time. That was funny, sir.
I know.
That was pretty funny.
I don't need you to tell me.
It's 2020. Anything can happen. Amen. Amen. Pass the plate, Howie.
Howie, thank you for stating the obvious. We appreciate you, sir.
And, on that note,
yeah, we're Audi 5000, but episode 33, very successful, having all kinds of fun, going every single route that we could possibly go, rerouting fluids, doing everything we possibly can. Blood goes to semen, semen goes to spit. It doesn't matter which tube it goes down. We find a way to reroute it and have fun. The face alone makes it all worthwhile, ladies and gentlemen. You're not supposed to know what we're talking about. You're just supposed to enjoy the ride.
You're watching Loudmouth Fisticuffs and we're out. I don't.
Suck my balls.